Dynamic software offers software that automates both the office and the plant. Today we're going to look at the office automation software. So Dynamic allows you to produce an estimate, convert it into a job ticket, a packing slip, into an invoice, and then flows the information through into your third-party accounting system. There's also histories we can use to find information at our fingertips. So we'll very quickly take you through this process to show you how efficient your office can become. So we'll first do an estimate. So we can have an estimate number, so you can have multiple estimators using one estimate numbering system. We allow you to estimate multiple quantities. So let's say they want 2, 4, and 6,000. We want pocket folders. We can set up quick code. So let's just set up a quick code for a pocket folder, and we can pick the paper that we want that's going to be supplied by the customer. And we can see up at the top, we have already started to get our estimate. As we scroll down through the different processes, so for example, die cutting, you can see that the system has automatically brought in make-ready times and speeds based on the logic that you use. We've taken all your logic and built it into the system. You can still override information. If you want the make-ready to be 3 hours, you can change it to that. If you want to change the speeds, you can change the speeds. But we have our pricing already here. We just can go through and fine-tune it. As we're doing an estimate, we're also creating a letter that we can email as a PDF to the customer to confirm the numbers of the estimate, the price for their job in writing to them. This will give us a much more professional looking image to our particular clients. Once the estimate is done, we know that a certain percentage of our estimates will become orders. So every estimate that's done, the information that's required for the order is stored with that estimate. And so when that estimate is converted into a job ticket, it will be done for you automatically. So let's just go through and do that. So this is estimate 51044. So we're just going to be an estimator, and we're going to be printing our estimates all day long to give them to customers. But if this one becomes an order, we can go into order entry and open that order right there. Before we get to the order entry, let's look at the estimate history, because with the estimating, we can also find and analyze estimates through the estimate history module. So to do that, we go into the estimate history module, and if a customer wants to re-quote an estimate that you did a couple of weeks ago for them, and they don't know the estimate number, you can find the estimate based on things like the customer, who he works for, maybe a date range, maybe a quantity. Whatever information you put into the selection criteria window, it will bring back estimates that meet that criteria, and you can find the estimates very quickly. We can also analyze estimates. So we can do things like find out how many estimates we did yesterday or last week or last month. And we can do that by customer, by job type, by estimator. So let's just go in and say we want to get a listing of all the estimates we did yesterday by job type. So we can click on that, and we can put in whatever date range we want. Let's just say okay, and we can quickly see that we have got this many estimates based on this particular job type. We can also run reports for one loss on a sort of larger scale basis. So it's sort of the 80-20 rule. 80% of our revenue comes from 20% of our customers. So we want to stay on top of those customers and make sure that their hit ratio is stable. So if it looks like they're going somewhere else, their ratio will drop down. So if we run that report by customer, we can go in and we can say, give me a list of all my customers, how many estimates have we done for them, how many jobs have we gotten, their hit ratio, and we can now measure our customers and see that they're maintaining their won-loss ratio. If somebody drops down, get on the phone and find out why. We also have the ability in estimate history to do no recent estimates. So again, if your good customers give you estimates at least once a week, then run that report weekly. If any of your good customers show up on that report, get on the phone, find out why they haven't asked you for any quotes this week, and deal with the situation. We can also run one other report in estimate history, and that's estimates to follow up. So in the estimating program, you can ask the customer when this job will be awarded. He says in about a week. You put 7 days in it, and then every Monday you can come in and run a report saying what estimates should be followed up this week. So we can go in and put in whatever date range we want, and we'll see that we get a report, but we've got all kinds of estimates on there, and we could say, well, we can't follow up every single estimate worth $700 to make sure we get that, because there's just too many of them. But if we were to say that maybe $10,000 is a desirable quote for us, we could go into our search button, pick our selling price, put in a range of 10,000 to 9999, execute that, and now we have a list of very desirable estimates that it's worth getting on the phone and talking to the customer and make sure we don't lose those estimates for a not so great reason. So we stay on top of very desirable quotes. So that would be our estimating and estimate history. Allows us to do estimates quickly, consistently, give a professional image with a letter that can be emailed as a PDF, allows us to find and analyze estimates very quickly.